Take your seats. Thank you, Ma'am Dazzle. Allow me to acknowledge first our Honorable City Mayor, Attorney Henry Indy Waminal Jr., our Congressman-elect for the Asenso Pinoy Party List. Uh, the Honorable Vice Mayor Simplicia Bebineri, and the members of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of the City of Ozamis. The department heads present here, the SDS, NINFA, Lago, and the Department of Education, the members of our Commission on Audit, punong barangays present here today, headed by their President of the Liga, Board Member J.G. Canlas, Sir Jimmy Larasad of the Knights of Columbus, who were our honor guard for the wreath laying, Ma'am Elvira Tan, the President of the Ozamis City Chamber of Commerce, Engineer John Kerwin C., the President of the Filipino Ozamis City Chamber of Commerce, Sir Roca Lapid, the Ozamis City Muslim Association, Sir Antonio Baladhay of the Philippine Veterans Association of the City of Ozamis, Ma'am Criselda Lubitania, Ozamis City Bankers Association, the members of the uniform service of our partner agencies, the Chief of Police of Ozamis City, Lieutenant Colonel Harvey S. Abellanosa, the members of the 2nd PNRC, headed by Major Lagura, the BGMP present here today, members of the BFP, and of the Philippine Coast Guard. Friends, and other civic organizations. And before I forget, the members of the clergy, represented by the Reverend Father Marvin Osmeña and Reverend Ricardo Yul Yanyes. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to each and every one. In behalf of our city mayor, the incumbent city mayor right now, Honorable Attorney Henry Indy Waminal Jr., allow me to give this address. We are gathered here today to commemorate one of the most sacred and significant events in our country's history, its 127th anniversary. This year's theme, kalayaan, kinabukasan, kasaysayan, echoes through time and speaks directly to our hearts as Filipinos. It reminds us that freedom is not just a gift from the past. It is an ever-present challenge and a commitment for the future. We stand here today because 127 years ago, our forefathers chose courage over silence. They chose to assert their rights against the then oppressive mode of government by our colonial masters. But please remember, they fought not for their personal capacities alone. They fought for a generation that has yet to come, ones that they never met, and that is us. They fought for a free and sovereign Filipino where free and sovereign nation, the Philippines, where every Filipino, rather, can establish his own identity, live with dignity, dream without fear, and shape his own destiny. But let us be honest. While we enjoy freedoms today, we must acknowledge the painful truth that many of us, many of our countrymen, and this holds true even in the city of Osamis, many of us remain shackled by a different form of oppression, an oppression that strangles our identity, our unity, and our progress. In short, the chains of poverty, ignorance, lethargy, and apathy still bind us. These corrupting vices or influences may not wear a uniform. They might not stand on the border. It might be amorphous in nature, but the damage they do to our country is very real. Poverty holds back potential. While our governor, through his efforts, has been able to elevate us, taken us out from the 10 poorest provinces in the country, we have been elevated from a third-class city to a second-class city. But still, we cannot deny the fact that a lot of our constituents, a lot of our fellow Osamisnons, and this holds true to the whole country, are still mired within the low-earning strata of society. This remains to be addressed. Ignorance limits opportunity. We have strived through the aligned efforts of our provincial government for the expansion of the one family, one professional, one family program. And while the province has given us 600 beneficiaries, the city through the city mayor and with the active participation of the vice mayor and the city council has been able to expand this to 1,400. In other words, adding 800. But still, 6,000 remain. So we really have a lot to go on. Also, lethargy kills ambition. And the most pernicious of all, I would say, is apathy. Apathy or indifference. Because this transcends and engulfs all strata of society. We are not talking here of education. It's not with education, neither with the income level. The indifference, because it curtails, it stops us from believing that change is possible. That is why here today, reinforcing national pride, unity, and identity is more than just a patriotic message. It is a moral duty and obligation. And this holds most important, and especially true for those of us in the public service. Because people who do not believe in themselves will never rise. As the saying goes, a house divided cannot stand. So also a city disunited will never thrive. And a generation without pride in the roots will have no direction in the future. Mga kaigsunan kong Osamisnon, this is why I speak to you today, not only as an incoming visionary, but rather as a fellow Usamisnon, with love and reverence for our city and deep respect for the struggles, or the continuing struggles still of our people. I take this Independence Day as a solemn reminder of our shared mission, not just to govern, but to uplift, not just to build structures, but build lives, not just to manage systems, but to reaffirm and instill trust, empower individuals and families, and inspire hope. This is the very reason that our local direction is already defined. We will align with the governance, our governance with the core values and spirit of the Ascenso Ozamis administration already established. We will strengthen education and skills development so our young can become not only workers but also builders and thinkers who will shape the future of Ozamis. We will provide support for our public servants, both in the civil and uniform sector, to assure peace and stability in every corner of our jurisdiction. We will promote an accountable, transparent, and digitalized governance so that services will be fast and truly responsive to the needs of the people. We will expand livelihood and support for small entrepreneurs to bring real, tangible economic freedom to each and every Uzamisnon. Empower communities through inclusive programs because we believe that to attain and retain Ascenso, this must be para sa atong tanan. Let me reiterate. The struggle for national identity continues. It continues every time a young Filipino doubts his self-worth. It continues every time a Filipino family loses hope. And the struggle is not in the battlefields. Rather, it is in our day-to-day lives, in the government offices, in hospitals, in classrooms, and in every barangay where someone can still stand and say, dili ta pwede nga magpabiling ni ining kahimpanga. So this is our revolution now. Not the Jacobin bloody revolution, but rather a revolution of service, a revolution of transformation, a revolution of unity and compassion. So today, as we remember our heroes and commemorate their deeds, let us make a solemn vow, not just to wave flags, but to imbue and lead the values they have left behind. Let us carry forward the legacy of kalayaan by choosing to fight for those also upcoming and left behind in our society. Let us shape a kasaysayan that we can be proud to pass on. And let us build a kinabukasan that every Uzamisnon deserves to live. Together, let us write a new chapter of our city, one marked not only by growth, but by dignity, identity, and unity. Mabuhay ang ating kalayaan! Mabuhay ang sambayanang Pilipino! Mabuhay ang dakbayan sa Uzamis! Padayon pagtangunan sa Ascenso Uzamis, daghang salamat sa ikaduha maayong buntag sa ato ang tanan.
Thank you very much, our incoming City Mayor Atty Sam Fuentes, as we reflect on the ingenious spirit of our nation's independence. It is truly inspiring to hear from a leader who embodies the same spirit of hope, progress, and lyrics, requesting everyone to please rise and join in the mass singing Abayan Ko. Of course, this will be led by the LG Ascenso Ozamis Chorale. Thank you very much, everyone. Once again, happy 122nd Philippine Independence. We'll now have the picture taking in this particular order that I will be reading sa daliin natin para dili pa maabta na bulan. Let's start with our incoming City Mayor Atty Sam